Hi guys, it's Lynn here from Homestead Oz, and I'm here in the middle of the night just checking on some animals, and I just thought a few thoughts went through my head, and I thought I'd do the talk to They've Paved the Way for Us video that I made. Many people talk about prepping and preppers nowadays, and I always say that it's a natural way of life, and that really that's how our ancestors lived. And that's why I wanted to show all these photos that I have here, because when you look at how they're all living then, with the canning and the hunting and the paving a way through frontiers, they were strong, brave men and women. And my recommendation to people most times nowadays is you have to be brave. You have to not live in a soft society. So how do we do that? A lot of times we can be around people that are getting a sense of righteousness and a sense of braveness around them, and that really helps us. But also it really helps to look back into the past and reflect on people who survived with great compassion and great strength through the Depression, through the 1800s. There was always things going wrong all the time, and they faced adversity more than what we've ever had to face. And yet the last 12 months have showed us all that there are unseen things that can come into the future. And that's what I wanted to talk about tonight regarding all those photos. Those people didn't know half the things that were coming against them, but they were willing to face what their future held and hang on to their belief system and fight for what they had. And unfortunately now there's not a lot of people that will do that. And Wayne and I choose to be around people that don't complain very much, which I'm sure back in the 1800s and through the Depression they didn't have time to complain because they didn't have a soft life. And I hope that's not too harsh for too many of you to hear, but the photos, like the gentleman with the three-piece suit, and he had two tomahawks, you'll see through there, and a knife right on his belt with a gun on his side. That was his way of life. Now that's condemned in a lot of places in society. And yet that was his way of life, a simple way of life of surviving. How are you going to survive in the years to come? Financially? Emotionally? I would suggest check out a lot of the older videos of people through the Depression. There's some great ones that have been made the last 15 years on YouTube. And also just reflect back in time of how people did survive and not complain and didn't think it was hard. It was just their way of life. They still had fun. They still enjoyed life. They still were positive. Wayne and I try and live as simple life as we can, and we've always talked between the two of us that we could have lived 100 years ago, and I think a lot of you out there could have too. But the comfort zone of society in the Western world and modern society has softened so many of us. So I hope you enjoy these reflection photos that I have to share. Take care, and we will see you soon.